Alright YouTubes, in today's video we're going to be showing a masking and spraying of a roof panel on a Nissan X-Trail. This vehicle came in and it had bird poo damage. It was quite extensive. If you want to go and check that video out to see how bad the damage was and all the preparation that we've done to get it up to this point where we're ready to mask it and spray it in the booth. This is such a common piece of damage that happens to vehicles, and I really feel for people when it happens to them, and this was extensive on this one. It's a big expense and a lot of work for something that's completely out of your control, and the worst thing is it could happen again at any time. Not nice. Right then YouTubes, we're in the booth now, ready to mask it up. So I'm just going to go, I'll film a bit of the masking, go through a bit of the masking. There's quite a bit of masking to do on this for a couple of panels. So it's all prepped. And yeah, that FX6 primer is really good. It's quite thin product, so you wouldn't be using it on, you know, big filler repairs and stuff like that. The 4+1 or the multi-filler would be what you use for that. But you know, these primers are designated for different types of repair, and we come across different types of repair. It's quick dry technology, so it would be for just your small little repairs that you may even think about aerosoling or using 1K, which I've done before. I don't really like using aerosols. I barely use them on jobs now. It's just a quick alternative air dry, and it's a good 2-pack product, and it's good for metal and all that. So you would only do, it only comes in litres, so you'd only do little spot repairs with it. So this was probably a little bit of a bigger area to do with it, but I thought I'd give it a go on this because I was not really looking for level. So it's not like a high build looking, you know, you're trying to get a bit more level out of it. It's not that type of primer really. It's more for this quick spot repairs, you know, with the air dry at 30-40 minutes at 20 degrees, and a 10-minute bake. It's a quick alternative. So you know, if you add down the side, you just got small little repairs to do, then yeah, it's ideal for that. And it was good for this, you know, like key scratches and just little bits you need to prime. You wouldn't do the whole panels with it. Rub down really easy. Just put it on with a 1.4 setup, put 3 coats on, blocked out no problem, and sanded really nice. Not too much build, which I didn't want too much build on this. So just going to go through the masking now on this. So I've got a lot of rubbers to take care of on this. We've got the rubber on the front windscreen to lift back. We've got this real tight rubber on this sunroof that I need to create a gap. And we've got a rubber on this quarter as well to take care of. And yeah, you know, we use lifting tape. But I've come across a new product. So I've got 2 types of lifting tape. I've got the standard paper one, which is your standard type of lifting tape with sort of 2 thicknesses of edges, depending on how deep you need to get the lifting tape into that rubber. And it works well. It struggles a bit round corners, and the adhesive's okay with it. It does pull back a little bit sometimes. Can be a little bit finicky sometimes. But it does the job it's supposed to do, and I normally just reinforce it with a bit more tape over it just to keep it down. But I do have the odd time where it starts pulling itself back out of the rubber. In the middle of painting, that happens sometimes as well, so it is a little bit finicky. But it works like it's supposed to. But they've got another one out now, J-Tape, so I'll show you it. And it's a Lifting Tape Plus, basically they call it. It's quite an expensive product. But it's got a thicker edge on it, a real stiffer edge on it for troublesome rubbers and tight rubbers. This is what it's designed for, and it's sort of like a plasticky, like flexible tape on there, sort of vinyl-y feeling it is, and it works really well for stuff like this. It's a bit of a specialty tape, so you wouldn't need to use it on all applications when rubbers are quite easy to pull back. That other tape's fine, but this one I bought specially for another roof that I done with a sunroof on. So that's pretty much what I use it for when I've got some problem rubbers that are tight to lift back, and I need to try and create as big a gap as possible. So yeah, I'll just show you what that one's like. Film a bit of this mask, and we'll mask this sunroof out, and probably won't film all of it. You know, it's quite a lot of areas to take care of with doing roofs like this. All the aperture, you know, all the insides, all need covering up. There's so many places when you do a roof for overspray, potential overspray to go, and you do get it, and it's going to creep out in places, and there will be a bit of cleaning off of overspray. It's inevitable. Get the head cam on, film a bit of this masking, and yeah, let's get cracking on with it.
It don't actually look that bad to me, so.
No, what's that, standard?
Yeah.
I'd hold it, I wouldn't just let it rest. Ooh. What?
Bit off, but just... Free.
Why, look, it's going like that, I can see it. How much of it you polished? I wouldn't let it rest. Can you not, is there not a flatter part? Yeah, it's all buckled, isn't it, everywhere? How'd you redo it? Press that one.
Yeah.
Maybe try it this way. Five images is always more sensitive, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Still don't know if it really makes that much difference.
Four again. Four again. I'm not happy with four. Turn the lights off, man. It's a bit more sturdier this way, isn't it?
Mm.
It might be because it's got a bit of a hump in it.
No, you would have thought being dark,
Just want to be on a true flat surface, doesn't it?
Mm.
Five. Go for that.
One of the tabs is snapped.
And fix it.
Yeah, I have to stay there. You know where they go onto the wing, they like
Yeah.
that plastic bit there, just snapped. It looks like it's not clean, so we'll be able to.
Alright, what about that fog lights? You need one.
Ain't got it off. Do you have a wing and gouge?
Yeah.
I think underneath where the wing fixes, there's something bent under there. I think it should straighten out.
Yeah.
The splash guard was sat like right in, so I think it's pulling out there.
The support.
Yeah.
Alright. Ta-da! past 9 at night it is. I just put a new roof on the mixing rooms, had holes in it, and the weather's turning bad. Should have done it in the summer. Right then YouTube, that's this Qashqai all finished, so I'll give you a quick look. Yeah, it's all come out alright. And I was really impressed with that FX6 primer. Really quick and great for this sort of job where you don't need a lot of build and you need something quick. I'm gonna have to stand up here to show you the roof. Yeah, few little nibs in it, but all flat and polished, no problem. And nice and neat round the rubber of this, no build up, no excess paint on the rubber or anything like that. So yeah, that lifting tape is really expensive, but it's good for little specialty jobs. So it will go a long way, and it's a chargeable item, and it saves you a lot of grief and hassle as well. So yeah, a couple of new products on this. Like I say, that Mipa FX6, really handy little product to have. It's not a sort of primer I'd be using every day or using on you know, on bigger filler repairs and stuff like that, but for your small stuff that you may be thinking about using a 1K on or an aerosol on, it's great for that application. Like I say, I need to try it in the, you know, within the air drying times to see how well it rubs. We left it overnight and it went really hard. It's quite a thin product, so you don't need a heavy gun to put it on. But yeah, it worked really well, and like I say, it's got great adhesion to bare metal and stuff like that. So it's a good product for them, you know, small repairs. You know, I've had it before, you know, you paint down the side, you may have a scratch that you've buzzed out and a couple of little dents here and there, and you're painting 2 or 3 panels, and it's quite long-winded to do all that in 2-pack. And then again, to do it all in aerosol 1K, there's that issue of it not being a bit inferior, you know, the job not being so good. So it's a good product for that, for just these little spot repairs. You can just leave it for an hour and then go and flat it and crack on and paint it to get it all done in one day. So yeah, I used CX4 clear coat on this one, and I used my CC gun. The finish on these Nissans and a lot of the Jap cars, really, you know, Mazdas and stuff, like really sort of dull looking, real tight, shriveled in orange peel. And this side has had paint all down it, so there's all bits of dirt and stuff in there. But I sort of used the CC, warmed up the clear. The Satajet CC gun's great for producing that light sort of less build orange peel, you know. It's a good gun for that. And do you know what, well, I've been using my Satajet X's for quite a while now on every job, getting the CC out again. I sort of have fallen out of love with it. I didn't really get on with it too well, but I was pleased with the job that it produced on this. And yeah, I'm going to use it again. I need to mix it up a little bit now. I'm getting a bit bored of the X. So there we have it. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Look after yourselves. Cheers.